Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Muichiro listener about me. So let's get into it. You and Muichiro have been dating for about a month now, and things were rather smooth. You didn't have any problems, and neither did he. Besides how shy the two of you were about some things that could be regular. But if you were to be honest, the two of you were enjoying yourself either way. So it didn't matter. And you were just happy that Muichiro was honest with you and comfortable to tell you about his own boundaries for the time being. And of course, you would always respect them. But all of that aside, there was one thing that you had needed to do, and it was difficult. It even scared you. At a point, Muichiro wanted to introduce you to the hashiras. He told you they've been asking about you. More specifically, the love hashira, Mitsuri, has asked him so many questions that at this point, just making you go with him once and letting her see you would be way better than anything else. And as his partner, he thinks that you'll have to see them inevitably, so may as well just see them now. You do agree with him on most things, except the part where you actually have to go by yourself and talk to them. He'd be there, yes, but they seem so intimidating. They are very strong, and they've been doing this for years. If you were to be honest, Waitress sounded like he was the friendliest of them. So, even then, with all of that, it took you a while to be able to get close to him and befriend him, let alone start dating. So, trying to be in this unapproachable place, it seemed very scary. But it would be worth it. At the very least, he hoped that it would. And Muichiro was right by your side, encouraging you to just do this and telling you that nothing will ever go wrong. I'm sure they'll be fine. I know they're not the friendliest around, but you're very nice one, and you're easy to like. You think so? You ask him, fidgeting with the hem of your shirt, and he nods, going towards you, planting a tiny kiss to your forehead. I'm sure they will like you, Ayan. Now, I picked something out for you, like you asked me. You can wear it, or pick something out on your own, but try to be more on the formal side, he said. And that's all you really got from him as a help before you actually had to go there. Once you were dressed and completely ready, you just took a deep breath before telling Muichiro that you were now ready to go there. He walked you over there, and you followed him. It was not really a long walk, and their headquarters were rather close. And the choice was a deliberate one. He wanted you to be close to there. Just in case anything happens, you could always be near them and always ask them for assistance if need be. But hopefully, it never comes to that. Regardless, as you stood in front of the door and Muichiro had opened it, you felt your nerves getting to you, and the way that you were so nervous of everything, and just wondering, how many ways could this go wrong? You leaned up to kiss him, and he kissed you in return, telling you that you'll be alright. But before you could say anything else and respond, you heard someone squealing, and then running over to you. It was none other than Mitsuri, the one who had seen you first. And Michiru felt quite a little bit happy about that, as she was the friendliest someone, even more than him. Oh, so you must be his girlfriend? She said, and he nodded, blushing brightly. But she wrapped her arms around you, spinning you around. She was overly friendly. I'm just so glad to meet you. You know, he's never actually thought about romance or love until you came along. You must be really incredible, Mayan, she said, giving you a wink and making you blush. And soon, another one came. Shinobu. She looked at you and gave you a gentle smile as she shook your hand. She introduced herself, and you did the same. But she did not seem to be so interested in conversation. And soon, they kept on coming. Gyomei, Gil, and Tengen, and others as well. There weren't way too many, but that was still a lot, and certainly a lot of hashiras for you to get to know, with how nervous you were. But by the end of it all, they all seemed to be well acquainted with you, and they liked you. Maybe some of them were not the friendliest, and some of them did not talk much, beyond introducing themselves. But you could tell they were not annoyed by your presence. And once you went home, Muichiro kissed you gently, cupping your face in his hands. I'm so proud of you, Ayan. I know you were so anxious about this, but you did it. You met them, and I think they took a liking to you. Do you think so? I'm sure of that. Please, believe me. I'd know it if they didn't like your presence. They might seem a little bit weird on the outside, but they're really gentle, and they're kind. And most of all, they're honest. And I can tell they were happy about you being there. You're really lovely, Mayan. Your heart shines anywhere you go to. So it doesn't matter who you're with or where you are. You'll always be loved by those around you. And most of all, loved by me. You melted into him as you hugged him tightly, and he wrapped his arms back around yours. You trusted him, and you were just so happy and relieved that everything went fine in the end.